Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, TikTok. You are watching Live with LWL, Lindsay with Love, and today is January 8th, 2025. I look down, my computer's right here, 2025 on a Wednesday morning. Welcome to the show. I am an energy artist. I speak energy in a very physical reality, and I am here to help you perspective shift yourself, learn how to speak energy for yourself so you can actually manifest your life quite easily. So welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Another day of me doing my introduction, and I feel very proud of myself. Ali, thank you for VIP Deborah. Thank you for the superpower hands. If you are on TikTok and we reach the goal of 8 superpower hands coming from multiple people, not the same person, I will pick some people out of the audience and we will do some live manifesting together on the chat. Why not? I used to do it before, but I stopped doing it. All right, thank you for all you do. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. All right, Scooter's in the house. Julie's in the house. Holy cow, new people. If you're new, say hello. If you're still here and you're new, please say hello so I can say hello back to you. Good morning. Fingertips are tired. Thank you, Shay Shay. I appreciate your help. You can stop now. It's not required for the whole show, but it really does help at the beginning. And I had people and like everyone was just like, hello, wakey wakey. All right. I'm going to share with you some of my synchronicities from last night, this morning, and we'll take it from there. We'll talk Florence, Scovel, Shinn, the game of life, and how to play it. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. I'm going to do my, hold on one second, you guys. We've got disrespectful people in the chat. If you're going to come in my chat and say some weird stuff, you're going to be completely blocked. I do not wait around. I will block you real fast. Darcy Giggles, thank you for the heart me. Thanks for the likes, Ali. That was a strange comment, you guys. Just disregarded. I already blocked the person. Ali says, making my goals happen. I've also been had brands reaching out in the niche I thrive in. Go on, Ali. That's amazing. I'm proud of you. Proud of you. All right. Grand Rising, Darcy Giggles. Welcome, 555. I love that. All right. So this morning I saw my angel number again. Oh, what a surprise. And for the first time ever, maybe not ever, but for the first time in a very long time, I decided to research it through multiple different lenses. You guys know my favorite angel number website is Joanne's Sacred Scribe Angel Numbers, simply because I feel like she's the OG of it, and I just feel like listen to the person who like kind of not created angel numbers, obviously, but like I don't even know if she's the OG. Actually, it just seems like she is. I don't really even know if that information is accurate, but for whatever reason, I'm drawn to that website. Anyway, I decided to listen to a few other people this morning, and similar ideas, but always we can learn or we can receive information, the same information, in 2 different sentence structures, in 2 different tones, in 2 different rhythms from 2 different people. Same information, but one will resonate more for you than the other. That's why I'm always trying to find new ways to say things that I've already said, so it really hits you at the right time when it's meant to, so you can absorb it into your aura and your energetic frequency. And I listened to a video today and it amped me up. I was like, oh hell yeah. I got so excited when I saw my number. I was like, okay, you know what, maybe I need to like research a little bit more into this number. I'm not going to share the number with you, by the way, because it's private and you don't have to tell everybody everything on the internet, just so you guys know. Kimmer's in the house. Frida, the spiritual something, is in the house. Helena's in the house. Welcome to the chat. Mama's in the house. Alejandro's in the house. Hey Catherine, good morning, my friend. And Shay Shay, thank you for the bracelet. She said Joanne Sacred Scribe, yeah, Joanne Sacred Scribe Angel Numbers, or just type Sacred Scribe Angel Numbers, and I think it's like Joanne something. Let me really quickly Google it for you guys. Sacred Scribe Angel Numbers. It's Joanne Sacred Scribes is what it comes up as, but it is called Sacred Scribe Angel Numbers.blogspot.com. But if you were to just Google Sacred Scribe Angel Numbers, it would be the first one that comes up. Maybe because she has .blogspot.com in her website, maybe that's why I feel like it's just like something that was like first coming out, because I feel like most people don't have like that kind of website anymore. I don't know why I feel like, so don't quote me. I don't know if she's the first OG or whatever, but anyway, thank you Darcy Giggles for the team bracelet. Amanda's in the house, JLP's in the house, Shams is in the house, Blackbird Tarot, Amanda, oh my goodness, Urban Goddess, so many people, Sandy, welcome. So I got really excited when I was listening to that video. And then I decided that And by the way, I was listening to a video this morning to enhance my knowledge, and it was a Brian Scott Reality Revolution video, and he was talking again about Daniel Scranton's channelings, and I was listening to one of those videos where he was kind of reading out some channelings. Then I saw my angel number, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just look at my angel number really quickly. I'm gonna find some videos because I wanna see other perspectives. I wanna hear other perspectives. Then I decided I was going to go back to finishing watching the other video I was already watching. Now, in between that, in the moment that I was like, I'm so amped up, like, hell yeah, I said, I'm so freaking excited. I've never been so excited to live my life ever before this. I'm so excited. And people would say, that's crazy, the world is crazy, everything is chaos, blah, 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 politics, Bitcoin, da-da-da, da-da-da. And I would be like, I don't care. I'm so excited. First and foremost, I think we're living in quite an adventurous time. And secondly, I have activated and tapped into an all-knowing, a very strong faith and belief that I create my reality. And so that's why I'm excited, because if I believe I create my reality, then isn't it exciting that you're creating something that you're hopefully going to love, and then it shows up, right? And so cool synchronicity, super silly nonetheless, but a cool synchronicity, which was I turned that video back on, the Brian Scott one. And right after I mentally said, I'm so freaking excited, I'm so excited for where my life is heading, the video said, there is nothing in the way of you living a full, complete life of joy, love, peace, creativity, and excitement. We support you in those endeavors now. And I was like, I just got done saying how excited I am. And then this video, which is a channelings from Daniel Scranton, and he was channeling an entity called Thymus, which I'm not familiar with, but nonetheless, it said, there is nothing in the way of you living a full, complete life of joy, love, peace, creativity, and excitement. We support you in these endeavors now. And I was like, boom. All right, I'm in. I'm tapped in. So that was this morning during my morning walks. By the way, if you start taking steps in the morning, you will move your body. It will force you to drink some water because you probably get thirsty, and it will help you start to connect to a high vibrational frequency. That's why I step every morning. Lately, I've been getting exactly 2 miles before I come on live, which is awesome. Ellie is in the chat. Nick from the Berg, welcome. Amanda, Jerry, Kate, Lady. If you're still new, if you're still here, if you guys are still listening and you're new, can you say hello to me? Because it's hard for me to call out everybody, hello, welcome to the chat. They come and they go so fast. Some people really want to empower themselves and become the multifaceted, creative, spiritual beings that they're meant to be in this lifetime, to live a life of happiness and fulfillment and joy and prosperity and abundance and health and love and all the most powerful high vibrational things. And some people just want to come see what I'm talking about and want to leave. I don't vibe with them, and that's okay, right? But if you're still new, if you're still here and you're new, say hello to me so I can say hi to you and say thank you for being here. Sherry, thank you for that. Good morning and welcome to the chat. Nicole is in the house. VIP Deborah is mind blown. Yeah, it was a good little synchronicity. The Manifest Mo, welcome to the chat. Kathleen, Sandy, welcome. Naresh, welcome. I think it's how you say it, Naresh. A human from Earth. Hi, the Manifest Movement. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for saying hello. First time catching you live. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate you saying hello. Darcy Gills, hola. Much gratitude to you, Goddess. Thank you so much for that. Same to you. All right, let's keep going. Last night, I was sitting at my computer, typing away, creating a new freebie, which is a frequency guide to relieve common illnesses. And it is, by the way, live in my profile. It's live. So if you want that freebie, that guide, then you can go to my profile, go to the link, click it, enter your email, it will send to you. So if you're interested in that, grab it. If it, for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure it works. I tried to test it with my own email, but I have a hard time testing with my own email. So if it doesn't work, will somebody please DM me and be like, this does not work? Sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes things don't work the way you want them to. Thank you for the follow, the Manifest Movement. Thank you for the follow, Frozen. VIP Deborah says, oh my gosh, I needed one of them. You read my mind again. Well, welcome and great. I said, welcome to the chat. Well, VIP Deborah, grab it, right? Grab it. I'm sure it's in some course, but I added more to it last night and I revamped it for 2025. Okay, so I'm sitting at my desk last night creating this new freebie offer for people to take their power back, learn how to heal themselves, understand the solfeggio frequencies a little bit more, or at least to know which ones they should correlate to listening to for what illnesses they might be experiencing. Very common illnesses, you guys. I'm not going into the nitty gritty in this guide, by the way. It's very like, it's like a 20 to 30, I think, maybe 20 illnesses. And my sister called me. My sister and I, we call each other all the time, and we'll just say like, hey, what's up, nothing, okay, gotta go, okay, bye. Those are our conversations sometimes. But we're both busy and not busy. We're both living our lives, but sometimes we just want to have that sister moment, like, hi, hey sis, right? And she was like, sis, I have got to tell you something. And I was like, okay, what? And she was like, remember, she's like, I've been watching your YouTube replays. And I was like, you have? Thank you so much, sister. Like, that means a lot to me. Thank you. And she goes, yes. And remember, sister, do you remember when a long time ago you used to watch this lady on YouTube? And I go, yeah. I'm like, there are people that I've been watching on YouTube, by the way, for years. And I will never not watch them. I just love their energy. Like, I just love them. And she goes, do you think you'll remember the person's name? And I rattled off the lady's name. I go, is it her? And she goes, yeah. And I said, yeah, I know her. Like, I still watch her. I find her videos entertaining. Sometimes they're informative. I'm just intrigued by her energy. And my sister goes, okay, sis, well, a long time ago, we were watching those videos together, and you looked at me and you said, I want to be like that lady. I want to do that on YouTube. And I go, what? I said that? And she goes, sis, you said it, and now you are doing it, sis. And she was like so hyped up about this like realization and this connection she had made and recognized. And I was like, that's funny, because I don't ever remember saying that, but it would make sense that I said it, because I've been fascinated by astrologers on YouTube, tarot readers on YouTube, psychics on YouTube for years, like since like years and years, like maybe in college, okay? So it's not anything I don't think I would have ever said, but it's one of those things I probably was just like, yeah, someday I'll do that, but probably never believed it. Never probably believed it. Or just didn't like give too much, you know, weight to it. And she's like, sister, you are her now. And I was just, well, I'm not her. She's like, yeah, but sis, you, the same vibe, like not the same vibe, but like this, like you're doing it. You're doing it consistently. You're showing up. Like it's so amazing. And I was like, oh my God, thank you, sister. Sometimes we just need somebody to see it, right? Like remind ourselves like, oh my gosh, we did that. Because I still kind of just view myself as going live on TikTok each morning. But I do recognize my consistencies on YouTube, and I do recognize my consistencies on the internet and like what I'm really creating for myself. But it was a really beautiful moment, and I was like, thank you so much for telling me that. Truly, because it wasn't something I've thought of. But then she's like, yeah, you like, look, it's the same. Not the same, you know, same but different, that kind of vibe. So that was super nice. I experienced that last night. It reminded me of like those TikTok videos when they're like, so-and-so knew who she was from a young age. It's like Lindsay knew who she was from a young age. It makes me laugh. Okay, what else? What else? I'll tell you one more thing I want to share with you. Two more things, actually. Two more things that you can do in your, one more thing you can do in your life right now, and one more thing you should remember always. And remind yourself of quite often. Thanks for sharing that. You're welcome. Yeah, I share Esoteric Essential. I share my synchronicities that happened the night before and then in the morning, almost at the beginning of every show now, because I think it's important for people to recognize, especially if you're new into energy lingo and energy speak and talk. I think it's important for people to recognize and realize that there's very small moments in life that if you were not aware, it would just pass you by, and you would miss the guidance, you would miss the confirmation or whatever. And so I share really seemingly small and silly stories that are energetically quite impactful and profound and strong, right? So in this Daniel Scranton channelings that I was listening to on Brian Scott's Reality Revolution this morning, there was a line that I thought was really powerful. They were talking about how a lot of humans believe that it's their duty right now to change Earth, to fix society, fix humanity. And the Thymus group of beings channeled through Daniel Scranton said, you don't have to worry about things getting worse, in other words, here on planet Earth, because you realize that you can just choose a timeline where things are better. So, and this is interesting because Bashar was talking about this in a video I was watching the other day too, with the people in the hurricanes in Florida, where, and by the way, I was one of them, which was like, let's push the hurricane away. And Bashar was like, well, rather than extend all of your energy toward moving something that's already in motion, why wouldn't you just move everybody to a timeline where the hurricane just passes by and nobody's affected? And I was like, well, that's much easier, right? Way less resistance, way less energetic work. And so to make it true, Bashar and now these Daniel Scranton channelings, you don't have to worry about things getting worse because you realize, you know, because you're an energetic being. If you, by the way, if you don't believe in this stuff at some level, you wouldn't be listening to me. You would be bored of me. You would be like, this girl is crazy. This redheaded girl that's in her robe on TikTok is crazy. So or maybe you're watching me for entertainment because you think I'm crazy, but I highly doubt that. I do believe that you're interested in some sense, right? And so what they're saying is you realize you can choose a timeline where things are better. So for those of you that are very close on the precipice of a manifestation and you know it because you're feeling it, you're seeing the confirmations, rather than continuously like wondering where it's at, decide today that you're just gonna ever so slightly, and maybe you do it physically. Maybe you stand in the middle of your kitchen. This is what I like to do. Sometimes I just stop and I stand. And I visualize on every corner of my feet. If you're a yoga person, you know, or a yogi, you ground with your feet, but you ground on all four corners. So your pinkies, your big toe, your thumb, your big toe, your heel, ground. Get yourself really flat and even. And then just connect down with the chakras in the feet down to the earth, ground into the energy of Mother Earth, and just declare, at this moment, when I take this step to the right, ever so slightly, or to the left. I don't know, the right feels more natural to me, but to the left too. I don't, whatever you want, whatever way, forward, backwards, whatever way makes sense for you. And when I take this step to the right, I've shifted into the frequency where my manifestation is here. Now, you have to believe in this. You have to have faith in it. You have to trust in it, recognizing how powerful you are, but realize you can choose that timeline where things are better. And then physically just do it. Take the step. And that's kind of the indicative marker that says, okay, I've done this. There's like a bridge where I live, and my partner and I were taking a walk and we came across this bridge. And actually this was last year, and I said, when we walk across this bridge, we're gonna walk into a new timeline, you and I together. So let's take an intention, set it now for what it looks like for us, for our jobs, for our relationship, for our health. And then when we walk across the bridge, we are now in the new timeline. So it doesn't have to be a bridge. You could do whatever you want. It could be that when I walk through this door next, I'm in a new timeline. Just pick one. Pick anything. I guess I've gone crazy with you. Beside you all the way, I'm awake. Yeah, grounded the four elements too. Yep, you can use the elements. The manifest movement, can you manifest different timelines for other people? I mean, kind of technically, right? Because if you can shift into a timeline where people, say for example, the hurricanes, where people were trying to push the hurricane away. If we all just decided collectively that we were going to shift into a timeline where the hurricane just went by, then we've done it collectively together, and the people that are there living in Florida didn't get affected. So technically I would say yes, they also shifted the timeline, right? Like they were also part of the shift. So yeah, of course, it's just like in the collective. That's why, think about, like, this is, by the way, I just have gone down this like a little bit of a rant, but we're gonna keep going on it because it's important to understand. That's how programming works, right? You only need a certain amount of people to believe something for it to start to come into fruition. Now, if it's for yourself, if you're programming yourself, you just need yourself, right? But if you were to want the collective to believe something and have enough people believing it that it manifested, how would you do that? You would create a very impactful and emotional movie, like that movie that Barack Obama produced around the world coming to an end and the ships running into the land. Hello? All you need is enough people to believe it. That's why you have to be so intentional with what you're consuming. And you can consume it. I consumed that movie, by the way. I watched it because out of curiosity, and my partner wanted to watch it. But I was like, this is such a dumb movie. Like, I didn't give any emotional impact to it. Now, if I had given a ton of emotion to it, oh my gosh, I believe this is going to happen. Oh, the world's going to crash, blah, blah, blah. Then, of course, now I'm one of the people that's part of the collective that's helping whatever motive there is behind that movie to bring it to fruition. Do you see? Movies like that really just tick me off anyway, because people get so into it. It was like the buzz on the internet for like so long. And I just thought to myself, all these people are still asleep. I I've got my work cut out for me. Oh man. Okay. So there's that. Remind yourself that you can shift. And the last thing I will give to you today before we start talking Florence, Scovel, Shinn, the game of life and how to play it. Darcy giggles, yeah, I'm like, calm down, I know. And interestingly enough, it doesn't really matter how many people consume it, because I feel like I consumed it, but I didn't give it any credit, right? I didn't give it any energetic bolstering. But I will say that the people that really get into it, like the people that, it's kind of like fine line between like theorists. I'm not going to call them conspiracy theorists, because many of them, the things that they say come true. And I do follow a lot of this information, even though I don't talk about it. I will say the theorists versus the people that are like following the synchronicities. I think it's two different things. And I think some people really, it's like they really want the big thing, the big moment. And they put a lot of energy behind that big moment. And I just think that's kind of silly, because I'm like, why are you wishing that? Like, it doesn't make sense, but whatever. But whatever. Urban Goddess, thank you for the follow. Allie says, yep, and being intentional with who you spend your time with. Yeah, of course. TV shows, movies, the amount of energy that comes from them, some of them. Yeah, I mean, read a book. I read. I really do read most of the time. Like, I'm so bored with TV. I'm so bored. I haven't watched a movie, you guys. I just can't watch a movie. I know everything that's going to happen. It's so boring to me. I'm like, this is the most predictable shit you could have ever written. And then the acting has gotten so wildly bad that I'm like, it's just so obviously acting. Like, there's nothing natural about it. And now I'm just like, this is lame. So I read a lot of different books, and that's why I get to be able to share this information I have, because I'm collecting knowledge. All right, so the last thing I'll share with you is something that I've been doing for myself, and maybe you want to do it for yourself too, which is this, especially if you're working on your own abundance, which is, I decided that I'm going to receive a certain amount of abundance every single day. So X marks the spot, X, pick whatever amount you want, and you could say something like this: I receive 500 pieces of abundance, 500 demonstrations of abundance, 500 moments of abundance every single day in the form of. And by the way, let's not forget that abundance is not just money. Money is part of abundance, but it's not just money. So you could say, like, I received X amount of abundance, of abundant transactions each day in the form of really beautiful interactions on the internet, somebody smiling at me, discounts on things I want, money, followers, subscribers, email subscribers, YouTube subscribers, material goods, like whatever it is. How powerful is that? Because if you combined all your abundance, I bet you, most of you, could quickly add up each day at least, I don't know, 100 pieces of abundance, 500 pieces of abundance. I don't know like how much interaction you're having out in the world, how much money's flowing into your bank account, right? Your investments, your stocks, your business, your TikTok income streams, your YouTube, like there's so many ways, right? So I just started collecting all of my abundance. Sunflower Sky, here for the knowledge. Oh, well, welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. Bex is in the house. Hey, Bex. So maybe you want to challenge yourself and start receiving more abundance in the year of 2025, the calendar year of 2025. I receive 100 abundances every day in all different ways. Yeah, but VIP Deborah, I feel like you should go higher than that, because knowing what I know about your life, I feel like that's too low. Sorry to call you out like that, but I think you need to go higher. Go bigger. Bigger. Go to 500 at least. 500. Between like somebody booking a session and, you know, your partner taking you out to dinner or whatever, like it's the abundance comes in so many ways, you guys. 500, there you go. Yeah. I chose 10,000. If that helps you guys, I chose 10,000. All right, let's talk Florence, Scovel, Shinn. She's my girl. I hope to be as good as her one day. Actually, I hope to bring more knowledge. I hope to add on to what she's already given the collective. How about that? I hope to add on to what she has already given. Okay. Let me get the Kindle open to Florence, Scovel, Shinn. If you guys are unfamiliar with her, she is an energy artist, a metaphysician. And a metaphysician is basically somebody who speaks the language of energy and can help understand it in this physical realm. That's kind of the way I think of it. and kind of like an alchemist too, right? Who can understand how energy really works and create it in forms that create something for you. So she does take information from the Bible, just so everyone is clear before I start. So if you have some religious triggering or traumas, just FYI, she's going to say Jesus Christ sometimes, she's going to say God sometimes. Here at Lindsay with Love, we call it God, Source, Universe, Creator, Love, all that is, infinite source. Pick a name. I really don't care what you label this energy. It's around us, so just pick a name, whatever resonates for you. I'm not going to be offended, and you can just keep it in your heart, okay? So yesterday we were kind of talking about permanent healing and kind of corresponding how like there's a mental correspondence for every disease. She was talking about how a lady was feeling very congested, always congested. And Florence said, well, you're carrying around this storage unit full of stuff that does not matter to you because it's been in a storage unit for the last 20 years. So perhaps you should do some decongesting of your material goods so you can decongest your body. So we're talking about that. So let's keep going. And this chapter really quickly is called Intuition or Guidance. So she's talking about guidance and intuition. Okay. She says, Jesus Christ said, condemn not lest ye also be condemned. Condemn not lest ye also be condemned. Judge not lest ye be judged. Many people have attracted disease and unhappiness through condemnation of others. Condemnation of others. Wow, I can't, let me take a sip. For some reason I cannot read this morning. What the heck? Many people have attracted disease and unhappiness through condemnation of others. Condemnation. I can't figure out the right emphasis for some reason. It's not like a word I don't know. Condemnation of others. All right. She says, what man condemns in others, he attracts to himself. This is why it is like lesson number 1 in energy, stop judging people. And that sounds kind of bossy coming from me, but I promise you, your whole life will expand when you stop judging people. And by the way, I'm talking all sorts of judgment because you can be mentally judging somebody without saying it out loud and you're still judging somebody. So stop judging people. And if you stop judging people, your whole life is going to open up for you. You just accept it for what it is. Because especially for those people that want to build out a business, they want to build out their social media, they want to get paid on TikTok and YouTube, but they're afraid of being judged, I would question, how much are you judging other people, either verbally or silently? If you're that afraid of being judged. Because energy is a boomerang, we know. So if you stop judging others, you're not going to get judged. You're not. Of course, you're going to get the strange people here and there that just want to say something. People really want to be seen. What I found on, what I've learned with my own energy work and through posting on TikTok and allowing myself to be seen is that some people just really need attention. They really need it. And so they go about it in any way that they can try to get it. Now, if you're somebody who knows your energy, you know that honoring people that are bringing negative attention to you opens the door for more negativity. So you just ignore them. You don't say mean things to them. You don't let their comment get stuck in your head all day. You delete it, you block them, whatever your protocol is. I used to just block everybody that was acting rude to me. I don't care, it's my page, and I'm giving you all this knowledge. You're gonna come at me in some weird way? No. Right? Set some boundaries, it's okay. It's okay to have boundaries. I think using God, Jesus with your energy attached to it has been so healing for me. That's amazing, Allie. 100% Baby Deborah says. Intentionally judging. I started becoming super mindful of it. Helps so much. Yeah. Yeah, stop judging. And no, people won't judge you. And the random one-off people, maybe. But who cares? Let them do what they're doing. Who cares? She says, for example, a friend came to me in anger and distress because her husband had deserted her for another woman. She condemned the other woman and said continually, she knew he was a married man and had no right to accept his attentions. I replied, now once again, Florence, Scovel, Shinn, The Game of Life and How to Play It. I replied, stop condemning the woman, bless her, and be through with the situation. Otherwise, you are attracting the same thing to yourself. She was deaf to my words, and a year or two later became deeply interested in a married man herself. Man picks up a live wire whenever he criticizes or condemns and may expect a shock. Indecision is a stumbling block in many a pathway. In order to overcome it, make this statement repeatedly. I am always under direct inspiration. I make right decisions quickly. So if you are judging others, we know energy boomerangs, you can expect to be judged. For whatever it is, by the way. Release the judgment. You will change your life. Gossiping, judgment, some of the lowest vibrational energies you can carry or exude. Gossiping. It's the most boring thing to talk about other people. It really is. Oh, your life is so boring that you want to talk about somebody else's. Wow. I feel sad. I'm an ideas person. Come with me with an idea. Good morning, Lala. Welcome to the chat. I'm going to have both of my girls listen to this on YouTube. Well, thank you, VIP Deborah. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the live. VIP Yafa Empress is in the house. Couldn't agree more with you, Lala says. Well, thank you. If you had one friend that you sat down with every single week and were like, what's the idea? What's the next idea? I have a friend like this, one of my soul sisters. What's the next idea? Like, we talk quite often. Well, once a month or so. She's always like, I got this idea, I got this idea, I got this. Okay, well, how are we gonna make this idea work? What kind of finances or what kind of investment for this idea? Da da da. And we're idea people. We're like, okay, we're gonna blast off our lives together. We're building our best friend empire together. You can have empires with multiple people, by the way. You can have your partnership power couple empire. You can have your best friend empire, your sister empire, right? Permission granted, right? And we're always talking about ideas. It's one of my favorite things about her. I love so much. She's like, God, and she's full of them. And I'm like, girl. And then I'm like, okay, well, turn off. And then I tell her, because I know her so well, I'm like, okay, close like 10 of the tabs on your computer screen right now. Like, let's focus in. Let's focus in. Gossiping is so lame. Sunflower Sky says, super uninteresting, low vibes. Much prefer uplifting speech ideas. Same. Lala says, I have to go back to you too. We just had a major fire scare at work. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope everything is okay. Lala, I hope everything's okay. Yeah, stay safe. Take the precautions, right? So many fire kind of conversations happening, which is wild. The fires in California, so sad. I used to live in Santa Monica, right down the road. So I just hope all the people can, you know, find shelter and safety. And my hope always is this, is that the rebuild is better than ever before, that they come back just more abundant than ever, right? That's my view on like challenges in life. I just view them as like, this is my chance to like make myself even greater and bigger. Okay, so let's keep reading. So let's see, I guess we'll just keep going with this. She says, indecision is a stumbling block in many a pathway. We know this. If you're indecisive, you're going to cause stagnation in your body, and ultimately stagnation enters into entropy, which is the dissolving of power, the dissolving of the strength, right? And so we don't want to do that. We need to make decisions. We need to make them rather quickly. They don't need to be impulsive or knee-jerk, but they do. There is power in decisiveness. There's power in decisiveness. And by the way, if you truly create your reality, and if you believe that, then even if you make a wrong decision, whatever that means, you just can change the decision. So who cares, right? Just make the decision. If you're sitting there on the fence, back and forth, I'm not quite sure, you're right in the middle of the teeter-totter, right? You're not going up or down, you're just there in the middle. Can't decide which side I want to sit on. Eventually you're just going to cause serious stagnation in your life, in your body. You're building the wall of resistance. It's like you sitting there putting bricks all around you and being like, no abundance can get me. I'm indecisive. Don't do that. Don't do that. She says these words. She says, I'm always under direct inspiration. I make right decisions quickly. Well, California always has crazy fires. California, this is like common. But Kansas having ice, yeah, I guess that's probably uncommon. She says, these words impress the subconscious, and soon one finds himself awake and alert, making his right moves without hesitation. Isn't that truth? Isn't that truth? When you hear your guidance and you say, thank you, guidance, and then you take the action, then you receive the next guidance and you say, thank you, guidance, and you take the action. Thank you, guidance, take the action, and pretty soon you have exactly what you wanted. Very simple. I have found it destructive to look to the psychic plane for guidance. It is the plane of many minds and not the one mind. Okay, interesting. She says, as man opens his mind to subjectivity, he becomes a target for destructive forces. The psychic plane is the result of man's mortal thought and is on the plane of opposites. He may receive either good or bad messages. Okay. It takes a very strong mind to neutralize a prophecy of evil. Okay, let's see. This is kind of going random. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's get to something that actually is like more like has some meat to it. She says, the prodigal son said, "I will arise and go to my father." She says, and I quoted this, or I highlighted this sentence, which says, "It is indeed often an effort of the will to leave the husks and swine of mortal thinking." This book was written, you guys, a long time ago, 1925, if I recall from yesterday's research. So the language is kind of makes me chuckle. She says, "It is indeed often an effort of the will to leave the husks and swine of mortal thinking. It is so much easier for the average person, but we're not average, for the average person to have fear than faith. So faith is an effort of the will." Faith is an effort of the will. Sunflower Sky, thank you for the follow. Lala says, "I'm in Jersey. Our building was evacuated. Alarm went off. We're all clear now." Well, thank goodness, Lala. I'm glad that everything's okay. False alarm. My guides are speaking. Yes, they are. It is so much easier for the average person to have faith than fear. So faith is an effort of the will. That's very true. When we're reprogramming our subconscious, the ego is going to come in and say, "Oh, but aren't you afraid? Oh, but what if somebody judges you? Oh, but what about this? What if about this?" And you're going to say, with your willpower, because this is how you reprogram, "Shut up. You're lying to me. You're trying to keep me playing small. I trust. I know. I can. I trust. I know. I'm strong. I can do this. I'm in control of my reality." Or I create my reality. That's a better word. I create my reality. One second, you guys. We're going to play a game of averages. The average amount of debt for the amount of debt for an average person, per person in America. Now, if you are average, which you're listening to me, and I am not average, and I will not be average. I refuse to be average. I'm wildly abundant. I'm extraordinary, and I will not let anybody tell me otherwise. I refuse to be average, but if you're the average person, you have $104,000 worth of debt. This is not calling anybody out. I don't know anything about all of you guys. I do some things about all of you, but just we're playing averages. We're going to just see what the average is. The average income per person is $63,000. The median income is $44,000. Average. Average BMI. How about that? The average BMI is 29.3. This is health, by the way. This is physical health. Okay, so that's pretty good. They say for a woman it's pretty good. That's the average. Okay. Oh, wait, it says high. Sorry, it's definitely high. It's high. Okay, so it's high. So we're unhealthy. We're in debt. We don't have enough money to pay for our own debt. What about the average credit score? So we can get more debt. Oh, 717. That's actually decent, I think. Is that decent? Average credit score is 714. I don't know because I don't really look at my credit score, but I think that's probably pretty decent. Do you want to be average? I don't know. I don't want to be. I really don't. I don't. That's kind of like our lesson that you put out there. Yeah, VIP Deborah, exactly. I don't want to be average. As man becomes spiritually awakened, he recognizes that any external inharmony is the correspondence of mental inharmony. Now she's saying inharmony, but I would say it's maybe disharmony. But she's saying inharmony. Is that even a word? Inharmony. What does it mean? A noun that means discord or lack of, okay, so like disharmony, I think is more appropriate for our day and age, right? I'm a new ager, so I'm putting it into this day and age, okay? As man becomes spiritually awakened, he recognizes that any external disharmony is the correspondence of mental disharmony. If he stumbles or falls, he may know he is stumbling or falling in consciousness. Wow. Yeah, right, Mel? I'm like, I don't even know my credit score. I don't think about that. VIP Deborah says, that's not bad from working in the banking world. I'm in the mid eighth. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, I think 700s is pretty good. But other things, like the debt, the low salary range, right? Like all of those other things. I should have kept looking, but I'm trying to think of like other things we could look at. The lack of health from a physical perspective. She says, one day a student was walking along the street condemning someone in her thoughts. Remember I said it can be silent or it can be verbal, but either way, if you're judging or condemning somebody, you're doing it, so just stop. It's not cute. She was saying mentally, that woman is the most disagreeable woman on earth, when suddenly 3 Boy Scouts rushed around the corner and almost knocked her over. She did not condemn the Boy Scouts, but immediately called on the law of forgiveness and saluted the divinity in the woman. Wisdom's way are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. When one has made his demands upon the universal, he must be ready for surprises. Everything may seem to be going wrong, when in reality it is going right. For example, a woman was told there was no loss in divine mind, therefore she could not lose anything which belonged to her. Anything lost would be returned, or she would receive its equivalent. Several years previously, she had lost $2,000. She had loaned the money to a relative during her lifetime, but the relative had died, leaving no mention of it in her will. The woman was resentful and angry, and as she had no written statement of the transaction, she never received the money. So she determined to deny the loss and to collect the $2,000 from the Bank of the Universe. She had to begin by forgiving the woman, as resentment and unforgiveness close the doors of the wonderful bank. Heart chakra energy. Forgive yourself and others. Probably you know who you need to forgive from an external perspective, other people, but do you need to also forgive yourself for something? Because if you do, work on it. And work on it, even if it's hard for you, for no other reason than you know that when you do finally forgive yourself, you will receive all the abundance that is meant for you. She made this statement, I deny loss. There is no loss in divine mind. Therefore, I cannot lose the $2,000, which belongs to me by divine right. As one door shuts, another door opens. She was living in an apartment house, which was for sale, and in the lease was a clause stating that if the house was sold, the tenants would be required to move out within 90 days. Suddenly, the landlord broke the leases and raised the rent. Again, injustice was on her pathway, but this time she was undisturbed. She blessed the landlord and said, as the rent has been raised, it means that I'll be that much richer, for God is my supply. New leases were made out for the advanced rent, but by some divine mistake, the 90 days clause had been forgotten. Soon after, the landlord had an opportunity to sell the house. On account of the mistake in the new leases, the tenants held possession for another year. The agent offered each tenant $200 if he would vacate. Several families moved, 3 remained, including the woman. A month or 2 passed. You guys know where the story is going, right? A month or 2 had passed, and the agent again appeared. This time, he said to the woman, will you break your lease for the sum of $1,500? It flashed upon her. Here comes the $2,000. She remembered having said to friends in the house, we will all act together if anything more is said about leaving. So her lead was to consult her friends. These friends said, well, if they had offered you $1,500, they will certainly give you $2,000. So she received a check for $2,000 for giving up her apartment. It was certainly a remarkable working of the law, and the apparent injustice was merely opening the way for her demonstration. It proved that there is no loss, and when man takes his spiritual stand, he collects all that is from this great reservoir of good. I will restore to you the years the locusts have eaten. The locusts are the doubts, fears, resentments, and regrets of mortal thinking. And then I highlighted this. These adverse thoughts alone rob man. For no man gives to himself but himself, and no man takes away from himself but himself. Florence is on one today. Friends on this platform, we are far from average. Yeah, you guys aren't far. You guys aren't average. That's why you're hanging out with me. Sunflower Sky, beautiful confirmation for you here hanging out with me now, right? I mean, it's like your story. So let it be. For Love and Peace. Wow, what are you reading? VIP Alpha Empress, it is The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. I talked to Florence today in my mind's eye, and I asked her if I could build upon her teachings, as I hope to do, and if, as I work through this experience and experiment of my life, that she would guide me along the way. I haven't received a response yet, but I haven't really dropped into meditation. I just asked her, I just said, hey Florence, like, I really like your book. I feel like I speak energy like you, and I would like to add on to your already beautifully powerful work. So I think that my guides will help me along the way to do that for me and for the collective and for her. Because how powerful is that? Once again, you guys, really quickly, these adverse thoughts alone rob man. 4, no man gives to himself but himself, and no man takes away from himself but himself. When you are standing in your empowerment, you love that sentence because you're like, hell yeah, I'm giving to myself, I'm creating for myself. If you're a little bit out of your empowerment, you're not quite there yet, you probably don't like that statement because you're like, well, what about this? And what about this? And you're starting to give excuses and you're starting to give energy, your powerful energy, to other people, and you're starting to kind of disempower yourself. So I get that. I've been there. I'm like, yeah, but this person did this to me. Yeah, but I didn't cause this. And then eventually you say, you know what? Maybe it's true. And if it is true, can I just like say it's okay? Like what is done, and just let it be. What is done, and let it be. Because what is done is really done. So energetically, it's old news. So let it be old news. You're manifesting today for your tomorrow. Today is an old manifestation from yesterday or a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever. It just depends on what the manifestation was, where you're at, right? Samantha, welcome to the chat and thank you for the follow. So actually a really nice time to stop because we're already almost at 10 o'clock, and lately I've been going over my time limit, which I don't really like to do. I want to honor my time, and we're at a new chapter anyway, so we'll pick this back up tomorrow, and we're at 77% of the book, which is great. Florence Scovel Shinn, The Game of Life and How to Play It. I hope that I can expand on her energy talk. Let's get our journals out and start manifesting together, please, or whatever papers you've been writing on. My squeaky chair is still here. Oh, someday I will set aside the time. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I need to get it off my mental. So I'm going to, for real, do it. After this live, I'm picking out a new chair, dang it. And then I'm going to buy it, and then I'm going to wait for it to get delivered, and hopefully it's by the weekend, so that I have a better chair that is not squeaky anymore. Pick a color, any color. I'm going to go with orange this morning. I don't know why, it just feels right. If you've been here with me since 2 months ago, November 7th, you know that I've been manifesting 20 million followers for my TikTok page, because I feel like if I hit 20 million followers, I feel like I've done my soul mission. I feel like maybe I've gone above and beyond at 20 million. I feel like maybe, but also like, who knows, right? I don't want to limit myself, but I feel like that would be like, I've made an impact in the world. And if you're here and you're new, my soul mission is to raise the frequency of the planet by empowering others to step into their creative energy, recognizing that they are actually creating their reality. So if you're creating a reality of suffering right now, you could stop and start creating a reality of abundance and joy and health and happiness, and you would actually be doing the world a really big favor. And so some people would say that's very selfish of you, and you would say, actually, by changing my frequency and making a better reality for me where I'm happier, I'm exuding happiness, and I'm really actually affecting everybody I come into contact with, and the frequency of the universe. So permission is granted in 2025 to be a little bit selfish, set up a spiritual routine for yourself, get inside of the Cosmic Collective, join the Manifesting Club, get inside the Unleash Your Manifesting Power course, invest in yourself and buy a Know Thyself birth chart report. I offer many things to help you raise your frequency, and every single thing that I offer will help you, assuming that you work toward your own healing. I don't make willy-nilly things and put them out to the universe to receive abundance. I make things that have helped me, and because they've helped me, I figure it will help somebody else, okay? But if you're new here, that's what I'm doing. We started on the 7th of November, so exactly 2 months ago, about a little bit over 2 months ago, and I was at 18.5 thousand followers, and I don't even know where I'm at now, 26 or something like that, 25.8, 25.7. I'll probably be at 26 by the end of the day if I'm not there yet. So I would say that's good. I'm doing good in this manifestation. So let's get our journals out. Step 1, this is by Dr. James Doty, by the way. This is not my, I add my Lindsay flair, but this is not my idea. This is not my original idea. I'll give credit where it's due. Dr. James Doty he's a neurosurgeon, and he had a conversation with Mel Robbins, and he said that he's proven that the body does actually change from a physical perspective to manifest. So he says this is exactly how he's manifested a most brilliant life, full of the cars and the mansion and the money and the success and all the other things he desired, materially, but also spiritually as well, right? That's important. It's important to have a nice relationship with material things. Don't let them define you, but enjoy them when you have them. 25.7, thank you, VIP Deborah. 26, hopefully by the end of today or more. I don't know. Let's see what happens. So he says, step 1, write down your manifestation. Step 2, read it to yourself silently. Step 3, read it out loud. Step 4, visualize it. I'm adding Lindsay flair because that's what I do. I like to take things and try to make them more impactful, better. I don't want to say better, but more profound, more impactful, whatever. I don't like the word better though, because I'm not saying I'm better, right? Thank you, Wendy, for the rose. All right, so I'm writing down and I'm tapping into my senses, because when you tap into your senses from a manifesting perspective, it's helpful because it helps you bring up emotion. And a lot of people have a hard time feeling the emotion that they would feel when the manifestation has come true. And so when you use your senses, you can help yourself create that emotion without it being like real life when you tap into the visualization. So I'm going to use NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and I'm going to say I vividly see. I've already, in the first 3 words, I'm already seeing something, the sense of the eyes, right? I vividly see 20 million followers or more on my TikTok page. And I feel, now I'm feeling, sense number 2, I feel so proud and excited as I share this with my partner. And I hear him say, so now I'm hearing, so 3 of the 5 senses, that's pretty good. I hear him say how proud he is of me, to keep going, babe, exclamation point. And he always doubles it, so, and how I'll be at, which is wild to think about, but how I'll be at 40 million followers in no time. Thank you for that, my love. By the way, if you don't have anybody cheering you on in your life, I will be the one. And if you want more direct access to me, join the Cosmic Collective. We have a daily Discord running where I'm in there every day, checking in, seeing what messages are flowing through. You get monthly spiritual lessons from me. The most recent month was just posted. You get group energy healings once a month, and you get 2 spiritual chats. By the way, Cosmic Collective people, spiritual chat is happening Friday at 10 a.m. where you can ask me your questions around your life, where you're stuck. What is the perspective that's holding you back? Where are you breaking your own flow of energy? Where is the resistance? Those types of questions. What should I do next? Those types of vibes. Okay. Now, next, if you're having a hard time writing down your manifestation, let me know and I'll help you add in the senses. Next, you're going to read it silently to yourself. And then you're going to read it out loud. I vividly see 20 million followers on my TikTok page or more, and I feel so proud and excited, because for sure I feel proud and excited as I share this with my partner. I hear him say how proud he is of me, to keep going, babe, and how I'll be at 40 million followers in no time. Oh my gosh. Then the next step 4, is to visualize. Now, Dr. James Doty says you can put your hands in prayer at your heart center, and I like to just get my hand chakras going a little bit. Feel the energy kind of starting to tingle and buzz. And then what I like to do is put my hand chakras on my heart chakra. Now, this is my routine. This is what resonates most for me. So please, if you want hands in prayer, if you want, you know, kind of some Om, whatever type vibe, pick your vibe. This is my vibe. Pick yours. No vibe is better than the other. The vibe that is best for you is the one that resonates most with you, okay? And then I close my eyes and then I breathe in through and out of the nose. But as I'm breathing in through my nose, inhaling, I visualize my heart chakra opening like a flower, kind of blooming in the daylight. And I'm breathing in the energy and the air through my heart chakra. So physically, yes, it's going through my nose. Obviously, that's how our body works. But I'm visualizing the energy coming into the heart chakra. And on the exhale, it's the evening and the flower is going to sleep and it's gently closing. And I'm breathing in and I'm opening the heart chakra like a flower. And on the exhale, I'm closing it. We're activating the energy of the heart chakra, opening it, gently closing it. You might feel energy moving in your body. You might feel the energy of the heart expanding past your physical body. That's very normal. And then I start to visualize the scene, and I'm not watching a movie of my life. I am acting in it. I am the #1 star of my own reality, and so are you. You're the only one that lives in it anyway. So you might as well be the star of the show. So I have my little doggy in my arms, and I open the front door, and I give my partner a kiss, and my little doggy's squirming in my arms, and she just really wants to be in her daddy's arms giving him kisses. She's so happy he's home. And we walk over to the sofa together, and he sits his bag down and he sits the doggy down, and we're sitting, you know, holding hands, kind of looking at each other. Now, how's your day, babe? How did it go? And he's telling me about his day, some of his wins, some of the things that he's getting prepared to do, what his schedule looks like. And then I'm like so excited, I can barely stand it. And he's like, how's your babe? Like, what happened? Like, how's your day? And I give him my phone. And if your eyes are open, you see me handing the phone. And I'm handing him the phone, and I'm smiling, and I'm like watching him. And he's like, holy sh. I know him, and I know we're both just gonna look at each other like, oh my gosh, we did it. And yes, we did it, by the way, because him and I are in this manifestation together, and he is I'm not even gonna say one of, he is the greatest supporter of my life and my energy and my mission. And so we did it, and I'm just be like, we freaking did it, babe, oh my gosh. And that's the visualization. VIP Double D's is in the house. Hey, VIP Double D's, thank you for being here. So visualize, act it out. You are the leading star of the show, and you know the scene. I set the scene, right? And by the way, you guys, learning how to act sounds something very not spiritual, but I read a book, the best book, the #1 book. There's a woman named Stella Adler who apparently teaches all of Hollywood how to act, or did in the past. I'm not sure even if she's still in the physical form. I don't really know much about her. All I know is this book was like the #1 recommended book to learn how to act. I'm not doing it in a manipulative way. I needed to learn how to act because I needed to be able to understand the emotions. And I was having a hard time initially with my own energy and my manifestations and attaching the emotion, because I'm like, how can I experience this if I've never experienced it? And so what she taught me, and I'll give you a very quick lesson, is she taught me that you set the scene. What's the scene? You heard my scene. My partner comes home. This is a very common scene. This happens every single night. My partner comes home. I say hello. I give him a kiss. My doggy is wiggling. She wants her daddy. She's going like this. And he takes her. He puts his bag down. He takes her. We sit on the sofa. We hold hands. We kind of angle at each other 45 degrees. The doggy is in the middle. This happens every single night, by the way. It's like a routine. We have to do it. The dog goes crazy if we don't. And how's your day? How's your day? Every single night. So that's the scene. I know how to act in it. Now I've added components to the scene, which are me showing him my 20 million followers on TikTok. So now I really know how to act in it because I've set the scene. So it's like if I were to say to you, act like, if you pretend you're an actor now, you're an A-list celebrity, I would say, act like you're reading a book. Would you know how to act? You would say, okay. But what if I said, act like you're reading, act like you're 12 years old, and maybe 12 is a little bit young. Maybe act like you're 16 and you're reading Cosmopolitan magazine for the first time. Maybe act like you are at the river and you're reading a book of poems and you are healing from a loss. Act like you're in a church and you're reading the Bible. Those three scenarios are very different scenarios. So you add in the understanding of the scene, which helps you figure out how to act. And manifestation is you acting that something has already occurred. Okay, so acting is very important. Yep, I'm the main character of my life in Sunflower Sky. You are the main character. In fact, you're the only character that lives in your whole life. You're the only one with your perception. You're the only one with your mind. You're the only one with your energy. So you are the only person in your reality. So you're the main character. All right, boom. Granted. Okay, so let's get on the energetic wave. If you're new here, it's very easy. You're just going to follow along. I'm going to lead you through some breathing exercises. I'm going to lead you through some affirmations. And then we're going to do a little bit of manifesting together. And if you enjoy this process, one, the Manifesting Club doors are open until the 10th or 11th, I think the 11th. And we are manifesting together on the 13th under the energy of the full moon at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are manifesting together on the 29th under the energy of the new moon at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time live on Zoom. It's $11 a month. If you want to hang out with me more often, join the Cosmic Collective. That's where I hang out the most. And if you want your energy read by me, then go check out all of my astrology reports. And if you're ready to be healed with me as your guide, but you heal yourself, then go check out my healing courses. Make 2025 the year that you speak energy, because I guarantee you this is going to be something that is a talent that many people still do not possess, and many people are going to absolutely need in the coming years. You will be able to monetize your gifts like crazy. But you have to learn how to do it for yourself. And I can teach you, but you have to practice. Okay, closing your eyes, breathing in through the nose, belly nice and full, letting it go, breathing in through the nose, letting it out of the mouth. This is a powerful technique for resetting your energy at any given moment. So if you start to feel like you're going into the energy of fear rather than faith, you can do some reset breaths. And if you feel like you're about to get frustrated and flip out on somebody, you could do some reset breaths. If you feel like you're low on energy, do some reset breaths. Breathing in one more time and letting it go. We just learned a lot of new information today. Continue to hang out with me. Make sure to follow. I go live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch me on replay on YouTube at I am Lindsay with Love. So same as Lindsay with Love here, but I am Lindsay with Love over there. I offer some freebies in my profile link, a free Detox Your Energy Masterclass where you can watch a video of me teaching you about your energy. It's not just your physical body. And I just added the frequency guide to relieving common illnesses, which is also in there. I would urge you to take control of your life, take your power back, and become the creator of your reality. We have so much knowledge of this information at this point. It would be silly not to try, at least. What's the worst that happens? Nothing changes. What's the greatest that happens? Everything changes for the better. Pretty obvious decision. Repeating out loud after me, and only silently if you must. You know the words you speak do have power. So say them with conviction from your solar plexus chakra, in charge of your confidence, your personal power in all matters of growth. And say them with love and intention from your heart chakra, where your manifesting power truly lives. Remembering that the chakra system is a system, so all chakras need to be in harmony to be really manifesting at your greatest strength. I am strong, and I can do this. Smiling big and showing me your teethers. You're happy you're manifesting, and you are happy you have this knowledge, and you are happy and proud of yourself for implementing the knowledge and not just hanging out with me each morning. You're implementing because you're a smart, powerful, creative being. I freaking did it. Why? Because I knew I could do it. I am strong, and I can do this. Smiling big and showing me your teethers. My little doggy's always smiling, you guys. That's where the teethers parts comes from. Plus, smiling does increase our frequency. I freaking did it. Why? Because I knew I could do it. And now you're thinking of that thing you're manifesting, perhaps that thing you're letting go of, you're releasing the fear, you're stepping into faith, you're investing in your energy. Maybe you're going to push the buy now button on one of my offerings to truly start to take your life seriously and yourself seriously, because you are the creator of your reality. You think of that thing and you breathe in and you pull that energy up the spine, up the chakra system, giving it to God, Source, Universe, Creator, out of the top of the head, out of the crown chakra, for God, Source, Universe, Creator to understand and experience and feel and be and visualize, so that God, Source, Universe, Creator can help you actually manifest this and create this reality for yourself. And on the exhale, you're bringing it down the spine, down the chakra system, to the base of the spine called the root chakra, where you're cementing it in to the physical reality in a clockwise fashion. Good. One more deep breath in, pulling this idea, this thought, this feeling up the chakra system, giving it to God, Source, Universe, Creator, out of the crown. And on the exhale, you're bringing it down the chakra system, where you are cementing it into your physical reality in a clockwise fashion. Good. One more time. I am strong and I can do this. Smiley big, showing me your teethers. I freaking did it. Why? Because I knew I could do it. And you are on the energetic wave, my friends. I hope you have an amazing day. For those of you that are my subscribers, next week, starting next Wednesday, and for the remainder of my live experience, Mondays through Fridays is going to be subscriber only manifesting and energetic waves. So if you would like to subscribe to me, support my channel, and be part of that, please do so. It is only $4.99 a month. I offer one tier, one offering, and we will be manifesting together and getting on the energetic wave together. Have a great day, VIP Deborah. Bex, have a great day. It's nice to see you here. By the way, if you subscribe, you become a VIP of mine, and your comments and questions will be read and answered first. I think that's all, you guys. Have an amazing day. Go out. Stop judging people. Do your best today to not judge anybody. Do your best today. If somebody's name comes into your mouth, oh, just kidding. I'm not talking about anybody else today. That's not my vibe anymore, because I know that my energy is very powerful, and I know that the best way to start to change and shift into a new reality is to stop judging and gossiping about others. All right? Have a great day. Mel, Al, have a great day. I'll see you guys, Cosmic Collective people, I'll see you guys inside of Discord. Sunflower Sky, you're welcome. Make sure to come back. Have a great day, Allie. Have a great day, Bex. Goodbye, VIP Deborah. Have a great day. Ms. Dre, thanks for being here. I miss saying hi to you, but have a great day. Thanks for being here. All right, you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, my YouTubers. Have a great day.